Now, the eThekwini municipality's proposed 2.8 million rand rebranding initiative has now sparked outrage among local ratepayers and residents. The project, approved by the council in 2017, aims to replace the current municipal logo, commonly known as the Dome, with a new identity that better reflects, or supposedly better reflects, the city's future aspirations. The 2.8 million rand allocated for the project will cover a public participation campaign, internal roadshows, competition prizes for design submissions, professional logo development, and the production of a branding manual. However, residents argue that the funds should instead be spent on essential services, water, sanitation, road repairs. Ish Prahladh is the president of the eThekwini Ratepayers and Residents Association. Ish, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate your time, sir. Let's reflect on this.
Thank you for having me.
2.8 million rand may sound small when we started to talk about 1.4 billion, which is being offered, of course, to 5 different provinces right now because of disaster relief. But this is money that could have helped a lot of people still.
Really, to spend 2.8 million on branding, whereas you could have used that in water infrastructure, get people water to their homes. The people are standing in queues, in lines, falling off. Pensioners are falling off steps, going to get water. This is damn ridiculous. I think those heads must roll. That 2.8 million must be put back into the infrastructure kitty. It's simple as that.
Allow me to play devil's advocate here, because on the other side, government will probably come back to us and say, well, each division within the municipality, within the council, has been given a particular budget for the year and they need to use that. And now they're making use of their budget and this is what they're using it on. And so they're well within their rights to use it. How would we then respond to that?
Well, it's simple. If you feel that you can make a difference and you can make a huge difference in eThekwini, which you cannot by rebranding. What are you rebranding? We have a branding as it is. We have stickers on all our vehicles. What are you rebranding? At the moment, eThekwini is not a tourist place because our sewer is leaking into the beaches. The whole infrastructure is dead. So what are you going to brand and how are you going to get tourists in with your rebranding when you cannot get your infrastructure and your beaches right?
Just give us the precise needs that you feel the Ratepayers and Residents Association of eThekwini are currently really sitting with right now to understand exactly what could be changed ultimately with this 2.8 million.
First of all, the 2.8 million can, if obviously it cannot do the whole of the water infrastructure. Come on, guys, do those potholes. Those claims that are coming in, there's money being wasted. To take the 2.8 million, do all the potholes on the roads, which will help the infrastructure as well. Really, what do you need 2.8 million for branding? Really, 2.8 million. A sticker is 50 rand. What do you need 2.8 million for branding for?
Yeah, and it's not as though anything has actually changed, right? It's not as though you've actually changed the size of the community. It hasn't been renamed. Nothing else has actually changed. So ultimately, this exercise in itself, was it discussed with residents? Was it something that you were given an opportunity to understand as to why it happens?
No. You must remember something. At least the mayor now discusses with the ratepayers associations regarding the infrastructure they're having in Bezos, etc. But this branding was not discussed with anybody. There's somebody's pocket. Somebody is going to gain a big lot of money in their pocket. This is what it's about. It's about another job for a pal. So 2.8, not in a million years, that can be approved. We are going to object to it.
Can I just ask very finally then, Ish, if I may, the COGTA minister just speaking about that 1.4 billion that has been given to municipalities as well then as 5 provinces then. Can you detail for us, if at all, just if there was any major impact from the flood disasters for the city of eThekwini then and what that looks like?
No. There was no. If you look at certain areas, from the flood time, those bridges have not been fixed. Those roads have not been fixed. What disaster are you talking about? Where is this money for disaster management? It's a lot of bull. You know, I mean, they're not communicating. They're not working with the ratepayer. You need to work with the ratepayer, and we are on the ground. We will tell you what is required and where it's needed.
Indeed. Ish, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. On the ground coverage then of just what is needed from the eThekwini Ratepayers and Residents Association. That's the president of that association, Ish Prahladh. They're really talking about how the eThekwini municipality is actually facing backlash over their 2.8 million rand that they look to spend now on ultimately rebranding themselves over the next few months and perhaps years.